Okay, is this on? Why can't I see you guys? Why can't I see this? Oh, I think I see it. Oh my gosh, I think we are on. That looks, wow. Okay. How do I do this? How do I do this? Hello. Oh, please. Okay. Hi, you guys. I don't know how to get the chat off the screen. I forgot that skill. Okay. Hi, Amy. Hi, Lisa. Nancy. Gretchen. Just Joy. Thank you so much. Welcome back. So this night tonight is just, I'm just like trying to do a test drive to just trying to figure out stuff. Because it has been so long, and so that we can just kind of hang out, chit chat. I'll give you the lowdown on what's going on with this new channel. And where this is headed, because I'm taking a whole different angle. And my other channel was demonetized. And, well, the algorithms on that was a mess. And I was like, I just have to start over. Okay? So, so long. I know. It's been way too long. So, does anybody want to be a moderator? I don't even know how do I do this? Thank you, Lana. Lana, nice to have you back. I know it's been so long. Okay. Okay. Are we still going? Okay. Thank you, Amy. You're a moderator. Gretchen, yes, you have been one. That is so true. Add as moderator. Oh boy, have they added so many options. Add as moderator. Yes. Save. Okay, Amy, you are now a managing moderator. Gretchen, add as moderator. Standard moderator can review and remove chat messages or hide or put users in timeout. So I don't know the differences between these two. That looks like they have different roles to do. Warm up slowly, exactly. Okay, thank you, Amy. It's okay, Nancy. We got it. This is just a test drive. We're just getting started. And I'm feeling, of course, I'm feeling discombobulated to begin with because I was supposed to do this last night. But I just got back from our monthly neighborhood bunko night that I started. So I kind of had to be there. And so I'm got dice in my mind. I've got this full moon on my mind. And I've got all you guys. So, there you go. Okay, so, yes, it's been a long time. I did not expect that to happen at all. And at the time, I think we were coming up to eclipses. And what had been building since 2020, which I kind of had my eye on and kind of oh no, just seeing something rolling heavily to my neck of the woods. It actually started in the 2020 eclipse in December. Remember the one long time ago, but it's the one I called it releasing a solar figure. That was the one that booted Donald out of office. Well, that eclipse actually happened to be conjunct my ascendant, the rising sign of my chart, which is kind of like the thing that gives you life, And then the next bunch of eclipses, they were on top of my sun, I got so clobbered. I have a Saturn in Taurus that was pulled in there, and it was like, on the outside, it didn't really look like my life was crumbling, except at the time Jupiter was in Taurus, and I had put on some extra weight that I've like never done like that before. It is coming off. But it was all happening internally for them, and I just had so many weird things happen. And like I said, releasing a solar figure, that eclipse, I was worried about myself with my ascendant. Well, that's also my sweet uncle, his birthday. And I knew something was going to happen with him. And he has stage 4 pancreatic cancer. So he's doing okay right now. But it's like I got hit with all that stuff. I ended up being in the ER like 4 times for just dumb, silly things. And I'm like, this is not me. But, and I never knew if I was going to be able to come back because things were so weird. Like my body did not feel like me. I felt like, especially like my brain, like when they talk about, how the lakes turn over in the early spring, like the ice on the top, like it turns over, and the water that's underneath the ice, it comes up and the lakes turn over. That is how my brain felt. My whole body like felt like that in slow motion. It was making me absolutely crazy. I could not think straight to save my life. I was just trying to had the blinders on and just trying to get through whatever it was I had to get through. So yeah, it was just such a strange, weird year. And I always knew I wanted to come back, but Spirit was like, no, just stop. And I'd try to creep up, and no. I got to the point where it was like, don't even do the charts. You have a lot of internal work to do. And I can't say it was just like one thing, internal work, but it was just like, kind of like everything of my whole life, getting down to like the marrow of the bone that was wrong, or, grief, loss, and then this, everything piling up with the pandemic. It was just like all of that had to just kind of churn and work its way out, basically in the long run. But my timing now is just phenomenal. I've learned something beautiful about this timing. But let me check in and say hi, you guys. Thank you. Hi, you guys. Hi, thank you so much. Julia, my thyroid went berserk over the same time frame. I guess stuff was happening to lots of us. And yes, it was, because your thyroid, it is ruled by the sign of Taurus. In Taurus had Jupiter going through it. And Jupiter, typically known as a planet of good luck, miracles, and healing. Well, yeah, it's expansive in that way, but it can also be expansive negatively, okay? So it's like if something is getting momentum in the wrong way, it's just you just don't have a grip on it. It's just really, you are right. You have got a tiger by the tail, and you just are hanging on and just trying to get through stuff. Meanwhile, things are coming from left field, right field, all over the place, because we happen to have the planet Uranus in Taurus, and this whole 2023 was a really, really hard year going into 2024, especially for fixed signs. There's a lot of stuff there is a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure you guys have heard about that. Hi, Electra. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yes. All is okay. Your thyroid as well. I'm glad to hear that's good, Nancy. You had a biopsy. Just right. It was insomnia. And you know what? I had crazy insomnia. Some things I want to write off as being postmenopausal. You guys, this really sucks, who's gone through this. This is not fun. And I'm like, when does this end? And it's like, no, it doesn't end. Like, I'm one of those people who's always so freaking hot. I always used to be so cold. I would get annoyed with people like me who are so warm. It's like, why do you have to be so warm? Just, chill out. It's like, I am an oven. And I might even have to go change out the sweater because I'm pretty warm. Hi, Teresa. Thank you so much. Julia also had insomnia. It was really, really weird. So, we had other issues with family and health. We lost Lily Coy, sweet girl. I think the coyotes got her last spring. If I had known that it was mating season, there's no way in the world I would have let her out. But the last time I saw her, she was running outside with the 2 dogs. So these 3 are hanging out like they're besties. And just, they had such a fun time together. And it was just, like, I wonder if she, like, treated the coyotes like they're dogs, they're my friend, type of thing. But a lot of people lost their cats last year. So that was really sad. And then while I was looking for her, they, our little town, they finished repaving a road. And so, but they didn't fill in the stuff, like the gravel that goes from the road to the ground. They hadn't filled that in. So I'm out looking for Lily Coy. So I'm not watching where I'm walking. And I stepped down. I missed my step. And oh my gosh, I was flat on my back in the middle of the road. And I had badly bruised. I didn't hear anything crack. I bruised my ribs so badly. And I was swearing because I had just bruised these exact ribs like just before Christmas, like that week where you have everything to do. Because my dog knocked me over in the yard and they were the exact same ribs. And if you've ever had your ribs bruised, it takes forever to heal. You can't do anything. Oh, I think that's why I gained all that weight too. So it was just stuff like that over and over and over. And then this Pluto Capricorn, I've got my Mars in Capricorn and I've just... since we moved 2020, like I knew that hit a sensitive part in my chart and I was worried it was going to be my teeth. And it, sure enough, my teeth, it's just like, they were just like falling apart last year. It was really bad. So I'm in the middle of like all this dental work and blah, 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 blah. So that's just kind of what it is. And I had to be able to come back, if I was to come back, to be, healthy and centered and focused and have the green light from, spirit. It's me. Oh no, I'm 65 and still going through it. Yikes. Hi, Wendy Joy. Thank you. You know what? I will just add you as a moderator. Okay, Electra, you can be a moderator too. Look at all you guys. Yeah, thank you, Gretchen. About just Joy just gained weight with retirement and got lazy. Yeah. It was just such a bizarre, weird year. But I will tell you guys, one thing I started to do, because, like my hands, they've got to do something. Oh, I'm a little embarrassed because I've got 2 warts on my fingers. They're going down. They're like getting pretty flat. So I know like they're going away. But my hands always have to do something. So I kept making bracelets. I couldn't stop making bracelets. And Spirit was like, wanted me, is like, you're making bracelets with your channel to do all this stuff. And then you can put them on Etsy if people want them. So like I made these. These are citrine. Aren't they pretty? Aren't they fun? I love these. This is the November birthstone. And it has everything to do with the energy of the sun. And then these, I didn't know I'd make these, but I love Howlite. These are like chill out, have fun. Really, I love Howlite. It is such a chill, fun, happy, adventurous stone. And then this one is Labradorite with Howlite. So I want to put them on Etsy. I haven't made an Etsy thing yet, but I will let you guys know when they go up. And I think I'm going to do them for like $20, $25. We'll see. So that's that. So when I do my lives, see, this is what I love. I get to do these, make these during the week because I can't stop doing them. And now there's a purpose because I've just got like all these bracelets all over the place. But everyone's like, okay, is that enough? They're just these elastic, stretchy bracelets. They're fun. I love them. I know, Lily Coy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. So, and I could tell, so this past fall, September was an amazing, crazy month. I have never traveled as much as I did in September. At one point, I hadn't been home, I think for about 10 consecutive weekends. It was that busy, but it was great. It was everything I needed. So one of my cousins from Hawaii, she got married in Greece. And it was a wedding of the brides, 2 brides getting married, because the bride, she's from Greece. They met in Berlin because my cousin, she's a dancer, and so she was over there studying. So anyway, so we end up having this mini reunion with my relatives in Hawaii, and I finally got to have the weekend I wanted all my life. Actually, it was like 2 weeks with all my cousins because I didn't get to grow up with them. I found my family when I was in my 20s. So I have all these hundreds of cousins, aunties, uncles, and they're like passing away. So I finally got to have this crazy, awesome trip with them. And while we were there, the full moon lunar eclipse in September in Pisces, the sun was in Virgo, the full moon was in Pisces. It was, we were in Athens, and it happened at like 5:30 in the morning. So I woke my cousin up. We like ran down the street somewhere by the Acropolis where we could see it happening. And I looked at the chart in that minute. I'm like, oh my gosh. Coming over the eastern horizon was my natal moon. So my natal moon was getting eclipsed, realizing fruition. I want to say like realizing her potential, but also it's the finality of things. And because you guys know, normally I'm like, I do not like being out, under the sun's beams, under the moon's beams. But this time I was like, I am out there because whatever is eclipsed, I want to leave it here. I'm done with whatever baggage there is. I've been through so much crap this past year. I just want it to come to fruition and be left here in this beautiful place. And the whole trip was life-changing, but I could definitely feel the change in doing that then, which is why I always try to be on the road or somewhere, like whether it's my birthday, I try to go somewhere else. So I'm like not engulfed in that solar return at my home location. So I kind of have an escape from it because sometimes they're difficult. And I know that when this Pluto goes into Aquarius for the final time on November 19th, I am just going to drive east because when Pluto went into Capricorn, had I known then when I looked at the chart and my location, holy crap, I wish I had gotten out of Dodge and I was somewhere far away. Because what was coming over the eastern horizon, the thing that was giving me life for this 25, for this 15-year cycle was USA natal dark moon Lilith. The pain and abandonment of the nation. And it gave birth to this channel, I'm sure, but that was just really a really difficult thing to have to go through, especially I think we went through a recession at the time, blah, 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 blah. So this is just a bunch of stuff I'm just telling you guys so that we could just kind of get caught up to speed and just see what's going on here. Let me check in with you guys. Thank you. Oh, it didn't take? Okay, let's try it again. It's, no. Okay, I'm gonna, Electra, I'm gonna remove, my only option is to remove as managing moderator. So I'm gonna remove you and then I'm gonna add you. So remove. Okay, and now I'm going to add. Okay, see how that takes. Oh, because it looks like, okay. Okay, well maybe I was too late. You might not, you might have to accept again later, okay? Okay, so my old channel, QueensTarot. When I realized when I got back from Greece and New York and all that stuff, I could feel this starting to pull towards me more, just very gently, not like pandemonium or anything. Plus I was just super crazy busy, but I could really feel it like mid-October. I knew it was going to happen, and it was just a matter of timing. And then as we got closer to the election, the next day, it was like, it's time. This is what you're supposed to do. You worked on all this stuff to get yourself clear, because we're going to begin again. And we're going to begin with a new channel. So I had to sit there and I'm like looking at my old channel. I'm like, this just doesn't feel like what I'm supposed to do, even though like I've got that infrastructure set up. You know, I'm really lucky for the number of people that I have who are subscribed to that channel. There's a wealth of information there, and it's not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to delete the channel. But I also was demonetized. So if I had wanted to, you know, restart QueensTarot, I would have to reapply for monetization, la, 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 la. And then as I thought about that, it was just like, my brain just like got scrambling, was like, oh my gosh, there's those horrible algorithms all over that channel. And I know that it's hooked to my Twitter. And I'm like, well, I don't, you know, in the way Twitter is, you guys, you know, oh my gosh. I'm like, I have to break free from that. I can't be part of that. I think the best thing is just to start over. And oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did that. Hello, Blue Sky. Are you guys? I hope YouTube isn't too sensitive to that blue platform sky. It is amazing. It is everything I think we've all wanted Twitter to be for so long, and we've just been engulfed in this information war for so long, and you could just tell everything is just, you know, everybody is throttled. So I'm not going to get into that. But I needed to start fresh. And so we're just going to start over again. Is it okay to delete the old I'm not going to delete it. Yeah, Julia, I think I need a new infrastructure. I'm going to tell you what happened. Oh, the butterfly that is an excellent suggestion, Electra. We'll call it the butterfly channel. So then I was like, I got to come up with a name. I got to come up with a name for my new channel. And I was like, I don't really want to put astrology in it or tarot in it, because I just know I'm not supposed to do that. Even though we're going to talk about that stuff, and I will continue doing the regular lunations and speak on those terms. This is not my book. This is my son's book that I bought for him because he's like fascinated by war, those type of things. But I've had his book, and I have read the quotes by Sun Tzu from like 3,000 BC. This book is recommended reading for like anyone who's like in the Marines military, because it just gives you like it just kind of encapsulates just these regular strategies when you're at war, what you need to consider. And it's based on the philosophy. Is it Confucius? I don't know. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, no, I need something. I'm like, I know he has a quote. And I wanted it to be a quote, a statement that wasn't like anything else, so that the algorithms would treat it as something new, but also be powerful in where I wanted to go with all this. And what I came up with is quiet like the forest. Because when you're strategizing, because essentially, you guys, we are at war. Since Donald said he was going to run, there's been an asymmetrical war imposed upon us. It's been draining, exhausting. That's the thing that divides our country. It's not us as Americans that are so divided because we're choosing to be divided. It's because of what's being imposed upon us. And it's like we're blind to it. We can't see it. And what I wanted to do is collectively, with the new channel, is to go on more of an offense together. But defense is what wins games. You guys have heard me say that forever. Defense wins games. So you have to have a very protective stance about yourself defensively and surveying what's going on out there. Does this make sense? I hope it doesn't sound too abstract. Oh, I will. Okay. Yes, I am. I think I am here. I think it's QueensT dot whatever, blah, 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 blah. So you are CHLEX fan. Okay, I will look for you. I love this so much. It's what I noticed going on here. It's like my brain is having so much fun. I cannot believe how much those algorithms have really messed with just our brain's basic function in processing information. Like, you can honestly feel, you switch to what normal is. No wonder people are zombies and can be so easily radicalized. This is a massive war that's been declared on this. And we know that because from the Mueller report, Bill Barr covered up for those people at war with us. He redacted the part that said the Russia was at war with America. And then that report was unredacted, I think, by Judge Reggie. And he scolded him for covering up some of the stuff. And the one thing that was in there was that Russia was at war. And none of the news media, nobody talked about it. Bill behind bars, absolutely an asset to them, aiding and abetting their war. It's horrific. So here we all are, divided not by choice, wanting to pull our hair out. We are just traumatized by this stuff over and over. We are carrying so much baggage, so much trauma. I would say even going back to 9/11. So I just don't want to be sitting ducks with all of you anymore. And I don't want to be just like having like little band-aids or little moments of hope to just get through this and to this and to that. I really want to incorporate the art of war, the art of your defenses, and protecting yourself. Does that make sense? Oh yes, please click the like. Please subscribe. You need a good goalie, then you can shoot. Oh, that's absolutely right. Hi, Carrie. Thank you for coming. Follow me up. Good. Yeah, in fact, I would want to say that since at least 91 when he was installed. Okay. Yeah, can you guys hit the like button, please? I have 0 likes. And so I am also going to need you guys' help to get on those comments in the the discussion section. to comment stuff, to like stuff, to share. I know it is just, we hear this all the time, but I really need to get myself so I can get to a point where I can start getting monetized and spread the word and have a nice algorithm. Like, I'm just totally having to rethink how I'm doing stuff on this end. Okay? Oh, yeah. Totally makes sense. So it was just like I read this quote here, and I kept saying over and over, quiet like the forest, quiet like, even though it's quiet as the forest, for a good day or two, I could not get quiet like the forest out of my brain. It's like when I get those earworms and I just can't do anything until I address it and deal with it. So that's the name of this channel, Quiet Like the Forest. It's also being defensively as dense as the forest because, when we are feeling vulnerable, when we just want to hide, but we just feel like we're so exposed to the elements, if you just think about that for a moment and you think about being quiet with the forest and you just think about a super dense forest and your body relaxing and how the trees have the same, the same frequency as the brain. It relaxes the mind. Like, that is just something you can go right to, quiet like the forest, and just change. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, QueensTarot, what about this, what about that? Which I am happy to get to, but it can be you being quiet as the forest in that moment where you are protected and safe and grounded to the earth. Constance, first time chatting, just saying hello. Okay, good. So, but that was the line. It actually starts as swift as the wind, quiet as the forest, conquer like the fire, steady as the mountain. And then I'm like, I need a water element here. So I was like reading through some of his stuff, and basically I'm choosing it to be adapt like water. Water, they say, is the strongest and most powerful force, on our planet, but it's also the most gentlest, tender force. Can you see that? How water can be so strong and so tender? So adapt like water. And of course, this relates to the tarot and the suits. It relates to Chinese medicine and the elements. It relates to astrology. And every single one of these, it correlates with the seasons. And it's kind of like, that's what you're supposed to be doing. So even though we're in Scorpio a season right now, adapt like water, we have this crazy full moon Taurus coming up. And it's a shocker. Some people are going to have a real problem. I'm worried about like people and like being electrocuted, getting in sudden crazy accidents, and just, I just don't like how close the moon and Uranus is. And that's like when you need to be an earthy forest and be quiet and survey the area and survey kind of like where you are with the forest. Because this, I swear to God, this full moon, it's like Don Julio is walking around with a bolt of lightning over his head, just ready to zap. It is so powerful. And I'm telling you, oh my gosh, even a week from now, things are going to feel so different. Oh my gosh. And then Mercury is retrograde, and then everything's going to be crazy. Everyone's like, what's going on? But then we're going to emerge and be like, what? We have this new platform. What's going on? It's crazy. And so we need to be quiet like the forest. Hello, Regina. Hi, Kate. Hi, I am one. Thank you. I have missed you guys so much. I talk, earlier in this, kind of like break down what happened this crazy, insane year. And when I finally got kind of like the green light to go, I'm very sorry that happened. I was not expecting all that to happen. It was a really, really hard, weird year. Okay. Wind is the air and swords. Fire is like the rods and fire signs. Mountain like earth or pentacles. Water is cups or water signs. Yes, it is all covered. And the steadiness as the mountain. I just love this. So I'm not giving a class by any means in this art of war, but it definitely gives me a perspective in how to be dealing with this crap going forward, because we are dealing with a war imposed on us that we can't see, and they all are reading this book and they know when to strike us. And it's kind of like we need to be in the know to understand where we're headed. I would encourage, this is really easy. If you just Google Sun Tzu quotes or Art of War quotes, he's such a quotable guy. I mean, there are just some really beautiful quotes out there. So that is how we are quiet like the forest going forward, because, we're secure and we're protected, and we're just not gonna, when things get frenetic and crazy, this is where we can always ground to. It's just interesting. I just kind of look at forests and trees a little bit differently right now. Okay. So Wendy, you are cat mom. Where did I write that? Oh, I'll put it right over here. Okay, does anybody, who else? That butterfly site. Okay. Okay, so the journey I'm on that I finally realized yesterday, I know I was supposed to go live yesterday. I was already set up to go, and I hit go live. It says, you have to wait 24 hours. Ugh. Kind of made me crazy. Oh, this is my rock from Rome. And I just love, you guys, I just love rocks. They are billions of years old, and they still retain their energy and vibration. And I think that's why I love these bracelets, because in times of such certainty, it's like it really kind of like reminds your body, no, you're part of this earth and this is what we do, And so it's like when I was in Rome, it's like you could definitely like feel the emperors whispering all that energy. I had been there before, but my gosh, I just fell in love with Athens and Greece. I knew I would like Greece. I could not believe how much I just loved Athens so much. I mean, it's a great city. It's a big city, but it's small kind of, well, at least where I was. And I was like by the government buildings, all like where the hub is. It was just so great. And so this is my rock from the Acropolis. And then this one is from my cousin got married. They got married. Listen to this. They got married on a beach. I could not wrap my head around this, because they are friends who are like in art and theater. They had their friends get up. They sang 4 songs from Mamma Mia on the beach. We were dancing to the Mamma Mia soundtrack at a wedding on the beach in Greece. And then my cousins and my auntie, they got out there with their hula and their flowers in their hair, their leis. And then my other cousin, which I didn't know, he sang the wedding song. So you've got this live Hawaiian entertainment. I'm like, everybody was bawling just because it was so beautiful. It just blew me away. And then I took some leaves from an olive tree by the Acropolis, because I just wanted to have these lovely olive leaves here at home. It was just wonderful. Here, I thought I was the only one who I can't stop. I can't stop. It's like, what am I going to do with all these rocks? I just can't. They all have a story to tell. Okay, who else do I see? What, you have rocks from, oh my gosh, pyramids of, okay, am I seeing everyone? I don't know if I am. Start a Q or A poll. That sounds like fun. I could ask a question. I am glad to know that that is there as an option. Okay, what do we need to talk about? What, you guys have any questions? What do we need to catch up? So, whoops. Oh my gosh, and I love this smoky quartz. Also, during this craziness, I had a really awful falling out with my neighbor. Oh, I have never ever in my life had anybody talk to me like she talked to me, and I still am just so stunned by it. Like, not a boss, not a family, not an ex-boy, I've never had anyone talk to me like she did. And so I got these smoky quartz rocks. I have them lining our property line. I have all these bagua mirrors that are facing out towards them because just so toxic, just crazy. I haven't spoke to her in like over a year, and that's fine by me. Election security experts are now recommending recounts in the 2024 election, making possible claims of breach of voting machines. You know it. You know it. They have been following this for a long time. I am telling you, this stuff they have been watching since, I think, absolutely 2020. But, you know, like the Biden administration had to get in and say, what the heck is going on here? And just so many of us who are in the know what's going on with like the ES&S and all those different machines. And I think that they are afraid. Don Julio, when he won and came into office, like his energy felt very large. It felt very domineering and dominating. He is like so small, and he doesn't have like that band of protection around him like he's had in the past, and he is scared. I think he knows he's caught related to all this stuff. And these eclipses, I've been saying since, well, if you were on the shitter, since the American eclipse, but especially the eclipse, well, his birthday solar return just had like death and endings all over it. Like even decapitation. You guys, I was so freaked out because I think I talked about that in June. And then you have those 2 attempts with him. And I was like, that was all over his chart. I didn't even look totally in depth with his chart because it was just so very, very awful. Again, I'm like, I don't know if he's even going to make it to the end of the year, into next year. But it is really bad because this last lunar eclipse, it really it really pinned him down. Is it like at the circus or like with the magician, they'll put someone on one of the, back in the like olden days, they would put someone on one of those giant circles and like maybe tie a woman up on like a giant board that was a circle, and they'd spin it and then they'd throw knives at it and they'd always miss her. That's how the image I always get when I think of him with those eclipses. He's just pinned down and just trying to avoid all these daggers coming at him. It is really, really bad. And they are absolutely, with the way Pluto is right now and the plutocrats, I knew they would kind of get a second wind, so to speak. Things would kind of shift into their favor, into getting on with whatever they wanted to get on. Like this would be their final Hail Mary with Pluto retrograding into Capricorn this very last time. Pluto is going to go into Aquarius for good on the 19th. I don't know what day that is. Is that Monday, Tuesday next year? Oh, next week. that is it. Every time Pluto has gone into Aquarius, they stumble, they lose the narrative, things go, they just like don't matter. They don't have the script. So it's almost like they are really clinging and hanging on to this energy because they know they're done, they're toast, you know. But it's a lot of desperation on their part. You know, as much as we feel scared from the crap the people he's recommending and everything, it's like, yeah, he said he was going to do that. And he's doing it, and how that terror is upon us. It's like he's got a white knuckled grip on trying to hang on to this energy, and it's going away. And I think he knows it, because that and Jupiter were coming right up to a point where it was like, where he was like, need more. And then whoop, they just kind of shifted away to where he needed it. Does that make sense? Just for who? I don't want to answer that question, who will be inaugurated. But I'm just saying, especially with this full moon, I do need to talk about something like that. Okay. And tomorrow, and this is another thing that always causes him to stumble and fall, is whenever Saturn goes direct. Oh man, that hurts him. When it's gone direct in the past, that's when we've found out stuff like from Mueller. I mean, this is like really big stuff comes out and just broadsides him. So Saturn goes direct tomorrow. Pluto goes into Aquarius next, did you say Monday? And then Mercury retrogrades next Friday. And again, Mercury being his ruling planet, he always stumbles with that. So, and it's just like Pluto and Aquarius, it's like he's done. It's like, this is the final straw. And even Russia is struggling with that. I don't know if he will sentence him on the 19th. It sounds like whatever he wrote and filed this week about asking for the delay, it did not sound favorable that he would. But the energy and the attitude about it are going to flip on a dime. Okay, so. What do I want to show you guys? Oh, I wanted to tell you. I know what I want to tell you about. I just got to show you. I've been wanting to show this for a long time. Because Kamala and Don Julio have something very much in common that is opening up with this full moon. Okay? Something, you guys. Something. And it's just, you'll see. I'm going to show you this. Okay, hit that like button, please. I need to get my channel back out there. And yes, come back and watch the backstory. I just give you the backstory of everything that's been going on this past year. I'm very sorry it took me this long. I just got slammed. It was like, I just like couldn't even come up for air for a while. And I did not want to bring that here. I did not want to bring that to you guys. It's very important for me to protect my boundaries, in as much as I don't want you guys to pick up on my personal vibing crap that I'm working through. Does that make sense? Because it doesn't help you guys, so it's just, and the good thing is I'm there. This is my lesson in Chiron, if we get to that. Okay? Quiet as a forest. How do you guys like that, quiet as a forest? I love it. I love it so much. It just feels empowering just to say it, to think it, to feel it, that in the moment of this crazy arseness, it just, and then swift is the wind. God, I love that. I love it so much. And my brain changed over this time too. There's a different pace, a different quality to my thinking. I don't know how to explain it. It's all different, but it's good. And, okay, and you guys know I'm kind of like a barometer for what's going on out there. My levels of joy have just been going up and up and up every day this week. I feel badly because I see how miserable everybody is. I haven't watched the news since the election at all. It is really hard to avoid that guy. But I don't listen to any of it. And now I'm at the Butterfly channel. It has been so freeing, but I just cannot believe how much my joy is going up, 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 despite the circumstances. I would like to, okay, can I just have, I want to know why my joy is going up like that. I have to get another one of these decks because I'm like writing all over my decks again. I love this deck so much. Why am I joys going up and up and up as it pertains to our current events in the United States with Don Julio? That's my joy. Opposition. Okay, I guess it's just going to go there. Oh my God, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, I know, ruled by Uranus. This is the full moon. I cannot. Okay, what you need to do. What is with this joy that's going up? The After Tarot. I wasn't expecting to really read tonight, but I have to. Oh, yeah. And I'm writing all over this deck too. Lisa, I feel strangely calm. I do too. Isn't that weird? Like we shouldn't be. But don't you feel like you're in a forest though? Quiet, calm, like in a forest? Maybe you're I know it is and again, I'm so sorry I'm going live so late. It didn't work out last night and I just wanted to get going while I could before this full moon. And it was bunko night, so I had to go do that. I know. Electra, someone on Butterfly just put needles in a Cheeto. Why'd they put needles? Aren't you supposed to put pins? I'm like, those look like good needles that you could like use for something. Carrie, you bought these cards because of me. This is the After Tarot. Okay, so my real name in Latin means queen. You guys know what my name is, right? It looks like sharp. So I'll just give you that little bit of trivia because I know I've said it in the past. Okay. My joy is about what? Opposition. What's this is what's hidden out of sight for good reason. Because of our defenses for using. Well, to see why is my joy such joy? Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. That circumstances are changing. Things are in flux. We've got this full moon Taurus conjunct Uranus that is triggering things. And it is also this full moon Taurus, 24 Taurus. I think that is where the lunar eclipse was in May 2022 with Uvalde in Buffalo. So 24 Taurus. And those things, I swear those mass events are triggered by technology from our foreign adversaries. So that part is relevant. Okay, so like I said, my name means queen in Latin, so that would be Regina. Okay? So, and the reason why I'm selfishly looking at my joy is because it is so mismatched with the mood that's going on in the nation, but it's increasing compared to last week when I was so mad. But it is just increasing, like we're coming onto something with this full moon. It's going to be revealed for all to see. So my joy is my faith. The ninth house is holy crap. You guys, on election day, the United States did that not feel like 9/11 all over again? Because this election had a kind of a cosmic fingerprint of like 9/11 and all that stuff. USA Saturn is 14 degrees Libra. She is exalted there, and she's able to do her job in the scales of justice, very steady. Don Julio, in his chart, that is his Chiron. It's like saying democracy is his wound. And the only way everyone is driven to heal their wound. Like my Chiron adventure the past year, I had to just clean up a bunch of stuff that only I could do to make things better and then heal. You know what I mean? So his wound is democracy. It is the United States and the restrictions that democracy and rules of law place upon him. He also has the asteroid Juno, which has to do with marriage. So on election day, remember, dark moon Lilith, that's the point where the moon is apogee. It is the farthest in its orbit from Earth. It's like being left alone, left for dead, abused, blah, all that horrible stuff. It is the way the GOP treats people of color and women. They don't care. So this dark moon Lilith goes very slowly. And on election day, dark moon Lilith arrived at 14 Libra. And I thought that was very interesting because on the side, VP Harris also represents dark moon Lilith because she represents people of color. She's a prosecutor. She protects people from this filth, from all of this. We all know that. So she has shown for me as dark moon Lilith as a way in that, like, it's kind of like if that moon is far away from home and from Earth, it's like she's the one that can go out there and retrieve the moon and bring it back in the circle, okay? So this was tricky for me because dark moon Lilith arrived at USA Saturn, 14 Libra. Saturn cuts things away. And it's like 14 Libra, it's like she was cut from the election. And Donald could only do this in healing his wound of democracy with a partner, because Juno is marriage. Do you see what I mean about that? So that was election day. Now, dark moon Lilith has pushed off to 15 Libra. That is ruled by Venus. Our full moon is ruled by Venus, okay? This is very active right now. And we've got Venus in Capricorn, which has to do with the establishment. So, this goes back to my joy. All this is happening that's awful, but my joy is off the charts We have the 9th house, faith. This has to do with the law, and this has to do with faith in the law. This is my joy, faith in the law. That's where it's emanating from. Does this make sense? Hi, Valeska. Yes, Electra, it was an act of war actually by Russia. An assault by this was like another act of war. We are in a war. This is why we are trying to figure out this art of war and how we can just protect ourselves, okay? Okay, so this is my joy. Even though that election crap's going on, my joy. Now, how in the world could I have joy in the devil? In that we're facing our demons? That he's trying to sit on top of us? Because he's trying to hang on to these possessions. We're trying, but I don't feel like we're being possessive or anything. I think this is Don Julio. But this is my joy. The devil is, just FYI, is also represented by the angel Uriel. And Uriel has to do with how, I can't remember this exactly, but I have this note here, in how darkness defines the light. That just reminds me so much of Kamala. So my joy has something to do with this devil. He's back, oh my gosh, tied to him. And the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords, waiting on something, waiting for something to pass. Yeah, we are waiting. We are waiting on information. And we're praying on that. So this is my joy. This is my joy. Because this is the opposition. Okay, look at this. The 3rd and 9th, that's on the same continuum. 3rd house messages, this is digital. These are votes. This is tabulations. This is computing. These are machines. This has to do with the opposition, the narrative, the message. How things are communicated. The opposition, dealing with that. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't think he can get away with it, you guys. 7 of Swords is the theft. That's overturning the theft. And the challenge, the Ace of Wands, and going forward. I always like to grab another card with my aces. How the Ace of Wands can go forward with the government. Whoop. Look at his foot. He's about ready to step in that. Oh my gosh. This is my joy. At the foundation of my joy, what is secure and private being kept out of our eyes, the Taurus that I have. This is the possession in abundance. Growing something from which there will be beauty and abundance. This is my joy. This is what's hidden that we can't see. And my joy, increasing every day, relies on this. And the reveal, the revelation, the sun, a leader. The sun always represents like POTUS or a leader in the horoscope. The illumination, we've got this full moon coming. About the emperor. Now, I know Don Julio, his people refer to him as the emperor, but I also see this as POTUS. So Biden, as a leader, he has the goods. Isn't this exciting? What did you? Your skill with the cards always amazes me. You can't make this up. You can't. You can't. It's hilarious. Okay, so what's crowning my joy for all to see? You guys, I am so high off my... I was at this bunko thing tonight, and people, it's good to see everybody, but like I almost felt inappropriately happy. So this is the challenge in the skies. The blessings. Who gets the blessings, the timing? This is my joy. It's almost like blessings are on the way. Oh, you guys, the Ace of Cups. That's a yes. It's like the dam is about to burst. Blessings of love and friendship. See, this full moon is touching Kamala's 11th house of networks and friends. My joy. The Tower of forceful clearing of pent up energy. That is Uranus and this full moon. And the star, the hope. I think this tells a beautiful, beautiful story, you guys. I don't want to come out and say those things because I don't want to mess up my algorithm. And I just always feel like when I say something too soon, something happens. But that is the story. That is my joy. I know the maggots are going to freak the F out, but just wait till they see what happens to everybody. That they're going to, I just feel like something's going to happen and they are going to restrain themselves because whatever's being revealed. Okay? So, oh, and by the way, if you go back to the beginning, listen to the whole story, why I wasn't here for a year, just kind of out of the blue, knocked me out in so many ways. But this is the other thing my hands have been working on this year are these bracelets. I'm going to be making bracelets like every week, and I will wear them during lives. And I'm going to put them on Etsy because Spirit was like, you have to share these. And plus I have too many bracelets in my house. So they're just simple stretchy elastic bracelets. Oh, no glitches? Are you kidding me? I'm always so glitchy, right? I know, look at that major arcana. Okay, so that is that. Okay, I wanted to show you guys that. My inappropriate joy. It's just such a mismatch. Okay, this is the other thing I have to tell you with this full moon with Kamala and Don Julio because it is just something I just can't get out of my brain again because they have something very much in common in their charts. And it's like she, so to speak, keeps trumping him like in the arena going head to head. And it drives him crazy because I think because he's an eclipse baby and I think he intuitively knows that she has some sort of leverage over the energies and whatever it is he relies on because he knows this stuff. So I purposely have not been watching the news or anything because I don't want to see him. But people keep saying that he just keeps putting like these tweets out. He's not really talking or speaking in public. Yeah. That you guys, his brain is melting so badly. Okay, put this over here. Okay, so let's talk about so in their chart, we're going to do Don Julio's chart. His rising sign is 29 Leo. This degree is associated with kings. This is why he feels it is his destiny to be as such. I'm king forever. This is who I am. Okay? But this degree also has drawbacks. It can signify a king, but it also can signify fall from grace in a very public, debilitating fall from grace. What can you tell me about fall from grace and Don Julio in his chart? Fall from grace. Five of Pentacles left out. What is that phrase? Down and out, left out, down and out. He wants to have his exclusivity. The people are outside. This is what he wants to impose on people. I mean, I know he's just saying it's like they have to deport all those people. I think it's his excuse to make camps. This may be what's related to his fall from grace. What is his fall from grace? The Six Wands mob. Remember that? The Six of Wands since 2019. I have said this is the Six of Wands mob. At the time when he was in office, it was Putz, N, G, Don Julio, MBS, blah, 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 all those people. And BB. This is him. This is a transnational mob committing a rogue virtual nation, a coup on the world. The challenge, his fall from grace. Did I not just draw this card about my joy that things were in flux and changing? It's that he's run out of luck, so to speak, with these guys, because we can all see what he's doing. Oi. Carrie, your sun is 27 Leo. I think that's Donald's Mars is 26 Leo. Okay, so this is the thing that I want to point out to you guys. Donald's chart, the top of his chart is 24 Taurus. That's the midheaven, the MC, the highest point in the chart. In 1980, in the year 2000, we had a Saturn-Jupiter conjunction in Taurus, and it was at 24 degrees Taurus. This is what accelerated him to the top, because it has to do with this big, expansive money plutocrats. Money everywhere. He's known to be a billionaire, blah, blah, blah. So that kind of that graced his midheaven. So the top of his chart, we have this full moon that is the full moon. Oh boy, it's going to be 24 Taurus. We have Uranus retrograde at 25 Taurus. This is why it's a live wire. It is inevitable we're going to have this full moon over his chart. I just am so glad this is not an eclipse, even though it tags a lot of eclipse energy related to elections the last 2 years. This is why I say it's like he's walking under, like a lightning bolt is ready to hit him. Something is going to happen unexpectedly, hugely, swiftly in his highest point of his chart, which relates to being POTUS, which relates to being an executive, a CEO, blah, blah, blah. So what is this about for him? What is it about this? What is it with him with this full moon? Oh boy. Oh boy. The South Node, life's debts. So the South Node is also connected to the full moon. When you have full moons, they reveal there is no more energy happening there. Everything has climax. There is nothing more to build upon. This is why with the South Node, you are releasing things. Now, it could be releasing like an old habit, which could be very good, releasing the obstacles to that. It can be releasing resistance, but it could also be releasing the thing that you want. So it's in Taurus, something he has to own up to. This is the South Node. The North Node is where we build from. We're done. This is a done deal. We're done. It's very karmic. It's what has been left what does this say? Unfinished. Oh. It's what's left unfinished. What's been left unfinished with him? What's been left unfinished with him? What's been left unfinished? What's been left unfinished? Show me Uranus. What's this Uranus? And what is Uranus? Uranus is a planet that's like a pressure reliever. So what is Uranus going to do to relieve pressure? That we're all going to see. What is it going to do? Ooh, the Nine of Cups. The wish for him, obviously. You know, having his wishes fulfilled. So this is his midheaven. What has been left unresolved and unfinished with this full moon? The Page of Wands. Oh, a person? Oh, I just got Elon Musk is being told to leave. But I'm also getting Don Jr. All those little guys that are doing his bidding. Like even a Matt Gaetz. Am I still not glitching? Is left undone. The Pages of Wands that have been running around to make this happen, for him to surge. And the Five of Cups, the sorrow that has been felt from being hit by this club by him, from his position and all the wreckage it covers, and loss and sorrow. This is Donald's midheaven. Loss and sorrow. Loss. The river roars. There's someone in the... This is the after deck. There's someone in the water asking... just leaving people behind. And I'm also getting migrants. Look at all that blood that's spilled. Because he's just selfish. It's just for me. So Uranus with this full moon. Holy crap. Two things come to mind. Neptune sacrifice. This is the sacrifice of democracy. This is how it showed in 2020 when he was running against Biden. In ways to overturn democracy. So that overturning democracy, this is a death. Uranus is the pressure reliever on what he tried to do to democracy, because the challenge, the King of Swords, I got SCOTUS and laws, overturning laws, overturning everything. So everything he's tried to do. Oh, the Queen of Swords. Now there's the courts. She's the courts, judges. Three of Swords, that treason. Holy cow, this is a huge Uranus. The death of democracy. People who've stood down, not enforced it, and the courts having to do something about it. It's this is going to play out. This is what the full moon is just going to open everything up. Now, like I was saying, he and Kamala share something here. Okay? How are you guys doing? Yes. I don't know if Biden called him out. I haven't seen anything. Who lied on their citizenship application? Like, if there's a migrant that needs to be deported, it's him. Okay, so... Oh! Wait, he called out Leon? He called... POTUS He went to work instead of school when he came here. Oh yeah, he's illegal. He was totally illegal. Okay, oh, that is interesting. Okay, so like I said, back in 2000, this thing, the Saturn Jupiter 24 Taurus, is what gave Donald the rise here to prominence, okay? And he's been riding on that for a long time. Now, we had a new Saturn Jupiter conjunction December 2020. That was the new 200 dynasty. Humanitarian. This thing voided this out for Donald. That's why he hasn't been able to have the grip, because that's what he was hanging on to get here. That was his rise. Nope. We're done with you. We have a new 200-year cycle with a new dynasty, because this happened at 0 degrees Aquarius. Oh my gosh. And what happens and empowers this new 200 dynasty on Monday on the 19th? Oh, Pluto's going into Aquarius at 0 degrees. Knock him out. And also, Pluto at 0 degrees Aquarius is where we had the Jupiter-Pluto square. And I can't remember the day. Anyway, the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction is the thing that took out Nazis. Okay? This Jupiter-Pluto square is that tension to take them out and be finished with them in this Jupiterian 12-year cycle. Okay. Oh, that is very interesting to know. Very interesting. Okay. But Kamala, in her chart, her 24 degrees Taurus is not at the top. It's somewhere over here. And this is in your networks, friends, hopes, wishes, okay? So that's where her 24-degree Taurus is. But here's the thing. Her 24-degree Taurus is her natal Jupiter. The law, expansive, good luck. This is where she drives Donald crazy, because she's always coming to show him up and crown him in her fortune and favor. This drives him crazy, and he cannot escape it at all. He had his rise. She still is doing great with her networks. He's incredible envy and jealousy about this. And this full moon is touching her Jupiter. What did I say about full moons? It's a climax. It's a revelation. It's a manifestation. And then you have giant Uranus there with the moon. That's going to give an even bigger, huger reveal, change in her chart in this area of wishes, hopes, networks, and friends. And I will just say her sun at 27 degrees Libra, Aries Libra, is an exact trine to the USA moon 27 Aquarius and the moon, the people. This is why we are connected like glue. We cannot break away from her. There is just so much strong harmony between us. Does that make sense? Okay. Need some water. Boy, I've been going way longer than I expected to. This was just supposed to be a test drive. Get you guys up to speed with what happened. Okay. Please hit the like button, you guys. Please, after this is done, if you could just add some comments. I'd really appreciate it. It'll help me get out there, because I need help to get out there, because I had to start totally fresh and new. So, show me Kamala's Jupiter. Oh my gosh. I want to put this way up here out of view. It just feels so strong. And it is just way hoisted way high up in the sky. Show me Uranus retrograde. And it's backing up with this moon. What happens when these two collide? Wait, that didn't feel right. feels so strong and righteous. What crowns both of these? Okay. Holy crap. These are votes being tabulated. Remember, it was over here, the opposition, like why my joy was increasing. This has to do with votes, tabulations, electrical, the web, internet, voting machines, everything. Everything. And it's Mercury. Oh, it's going to go retrograde in about a week. It is also, Mercury right now is very close to Donald's natal Wuhan asteroid, which is the asteroid of war that he inflicts upon the United States with G and putts. Oh, this is huge. There's a massive effort. Our allies, everybody who's been watching our election, everybody has known the job. They've gotten their homework assignment long ago to watch certain patterns with how certain things are activated and geolocated around the globe with this election. They've been planning for this for a long time. Feisty Butterfly Tarot. Yes, I am back. Please listen to the beginning of this. This explains the whole thing, like fallout of this past year that I was having and what's the vision for where we're going. Please, thank you. Oh. Okay. Kamala's Jupiter. Like I said, this just feels so strong and upright. Neptune sacrifice. This is her Jupiter. She, hopes, wishes, dreams, had to sacrifice. Yes, she sacrificed. She conceded, but you guys, I think that was part of the plan early on, because I think they are all watching this big thing, and I think she even knew before Election Day it was a likelihood, because of all the patterns that they were watching, she might have to concede. But that was to get her to... That was just like step one of this big process. So her Jupiter sacrificing that office. Now Uranus is here, backing up, going to smash into her Jupiter. Okay, Pisces, this is the secret about the election. Oh my God, there goes my throat. Oh, I totally forgot about this throat reaction. I threw a Teroscope in October with things that we were seeing, and the question on the Teroscope, this was in the first house of identity. What is POTUS going to do to prove, treasony things related to the election, that whatever's been left undone is going to get undone and put people in jail? I demanded they go in jail. This is that. So this Uranus backing up, it's that plan. The Lovers, the agreement between Don Julio and Putz to heal his wound with American democracy. I talked about this earlier. The Lovers, the forbidden fruit. Oh my God. His fight against an aggression to get... Who is texting me? Sorry. And this is what this is. Emperor again. And like I said earlier, this has represented POTUS and how the Magagas regard Don Julio as an emperor. So this could absolutely... I feel like this is his secret POTUS. He's planning about the Lovers that were in cahoots to make Don Julio emperor. But it could also be his secret about the Lovers, but also our allies and what we're going to initiate to take care of emperorness. And then I asked, what's crowning these two things? What's underneath? There's that Page of Wands again. That was just before. What's crowning these two things for Kamala's chart? Gemini, that is Don Julio. That is him. That's what's happening, you guys. Don Julio. She had to concede. POTUS is going to let the secret out. What happens to Don Julio? Oh boy, does this feel. This feels so heavy. It feels like it's like falling. The King of Wands. What happens to Don Julio? It's revealed. Something's been revealed. The challenge is the King of Cups. This is putts. But this is also putts and G to Don Julio. Oh. Putts and G getting him elected, maybe? This is his problem. And then this feels heavy. What does this mean for Don Julio? It's just like falling heavy. The race, the Chariot, running out of steam, losing strength, and oh my God, falling. Oh, that's like the end. This just feels like something giving way and just falling into an abyss, and can't be revived. Is that crazy? Yes, she told us to keep fighting because we're at step 2. We win, right? Oh, yeah. Yes, Jack's report. I missed. Thank you. Yeah, I know everyone's very upset with Merrick, but he has just been standing there waiting for stuff to be counted, waiting for this, waiting for that. Every time Don Julio releases another person who's going to be in his cabinet, they're going to round all that whole network up. But he has to sit and wait a while because he's going to get the report. He can't do anything prematurely. But it's like all of a sudden he's going to turn into the Tasmanian devil. That's just how I see him. He's just been sitting. I'm like, okay, when are you going to get up? And what happens when you get, it's just like it goes full. So that's it. That is it. That is all I wanted to show you guys. I could show you the full moon chart. I probably should. Where is it? This is in DC, you guys. So if this is east, that's west. The sun sets. Holy crap! We've got the 17-degree mark. Holy crap! So Venus, the moon, the people, conjunct Uranus. Someone's going to pull the trigger. Well, the first house I have always associated, with the leader. The trigger is going to get pulled. You guys. Do you see where Jupiter is? Oh my God, my throat. It is retrograde at 19 degrees Gemini. This is where the North Node was, the destiny, on January 6th. This is such a critical degree. I cannot believe it is freaking here at 19 degrees. Ooh. And like I said, when things are on the cusp of houses, it opens up the whole chart for that need. It's not just stuck there. It opens up the chart like a flower to do its work. On this cusp of 12th house of secrets and hidden enemies, we have the asteroid Potomac. That's the United States defenses. But up in the sky, look at Pluto here conjunct the midheaven at 29 degrees 56 minutes. Something is transforming. Something absolutely is transforming. It's in the skies. Everybody knows. And it's going to go into Aquarius. And all of a sudden there's going to be an about face on this grip of these plutocrats. And what the heck are they doing and going scorched earth with all these stupid plans? Right? It's going to turn on a dime. And there in the skies at Aquarius 17 is the asteroid America. It's like, what about America? It's like she's rising high, and it's kind of like, what are we going to do here? What are we doing here? And then, what? 24. Saturn will have turned direct. I told you, whenever Saturn goes direct, it's very hurtful for Don Julio. The other thing about me being gone, I have not been able to discuss this at all with you guys. This is why his brain is especially melting. His sun and moon are enclosed in a square to the Saturn, Neptune midpoint and eclipse points. And you get these long Saturn-Neptune transits, and you've got part of your body and health stuck in here. It just does weird things with disease and diminishing of stuff. Okay. I can't look at this thing, but there is so much going. Wait, one more. Notice it's a full moon. It's like the sun in opposition to the moon. That's the tension, that POTUS for the people here on the 7th. We the people. But that moon is over here because the moon is the people. It's that huge tension. It's like there's nowhere else to go but pull the trigger. It's crazy. And okay, nope, I'm not talking about. I could just go on and on and on and on. Okay, last one. The vertex is at 21 degrees Libra. This is where the moon was at USA. Nope. Yes, Pluto return 1. And so was asteroid. I think asteroid Biden was here too. And this is in the 6th house of public service. So there's big opportunities right here. USA Pluto return. Pluto into Aquarius. There's so much is going to happen. Does that make sense? Yes. So, oh my gosh, it's after midnight. It's very late. Again, I'm sorry I went live so late. I had bunko night. I had planned to do this last night. So as soon as I got home, this. And I'm so glad to be back. I'm so happy you guys were here with my test run. I will figure out this chat box thing. I know I figured that out before. But I'm hoping, obviously, to be more regular. My goal is to kind of like I really like Wednesday nights, how they're working out in my schedule and things. But we're also coming into the holidays and everything like that. It might get a little bit hectic, but I really, I just feel like Wednesday is the day of miracle days. That is the day of Mercury. Okay. So that is it. That is it. We're back. We're together. We are quiet like the forest. We are protected. We see the bigger picture. We are in this dense forest with everything that we need. Protection, abundance, quiet, safety, and strength. We are all here together. We are protected. If at any time, I have to draw one more card. All you have to do is think quiet, like the forest, okay? You get really upset, gotta step back. Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards, I love these cards. Oh, well, how about that? I was going to ask, what card do I need? And I think this is the card that I need. It's the Druid. Hold the space in the forest. Oh my gosh, could we have an even more perfect... What does this Druid say? That's the wisdom. Our ancient forests. My goodness. What number is this? Do I have, are these in, how is this? I have, oh, sacred ones. Okay. Druid. Hold the space. Quiet like the forest. Hold things together. Do not make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are. We are all where we're supposed to be. The Druids were the ancient wise ones of the British Isles. They had a deep connection with the earth, the sun, and the moon. They were the scholars who created the Ogham tree language. I don't know what that is. And they were known for the creative skills in storytelling, poetry, and craftsmanship. When the Druid card appears in a reading, you are being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. Hold your defensive ground, you guys. If you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it is time to shift your perceptions and move back to a state of trust. Move back to a state of trust, okay, you guys? You know when you're getting out of that untrusting space and you just need to step back, quiet like the forest. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process, even with this crazy full moon trigger that's going to be triggered. Trust in the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots, yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. That's it. Quiet like the forest. What a beautiful card to draw at the end. This is why we are quiet like the forest. Because that's where the ancient ones are, our ancestors, okay? So that is it. Thank you so much for being here so late on a Thursday night before Saturn goes direct in our full moon. Thank you so much to our lovely new moderators. And thank you so much for having faith and understanding. Please like this video. I'm starting from scratch. I need all your help to get going and going forward. And that will happen with, comments, anything, whatever you have there as well. Okay. Look for me at that butterfly channel, social media. It's Queens T. Queens T dot whatever, however it is. And I don't even want to write that out because I know the algorithms can read that and they probably don't like it. Okay? So, good night all. Thank you. Wendy Joy. This Canadian loves you and is hopeful for your country. Thank you so much, Wendy. We need it. I'm so, I am so sorry. It's so embarrassing. All is well in our world, Teresa. So glad you're back. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good night. I am one and everyone. I'm already following you. Yay. Okay. Just joy, good night, and blessings. So blessed with all of you. I am just so lucky. I love where we're going. It's all good. Okay. Good night. Bye.